Welcome back to Surgeon YouTube channel. So we have some news regarding Starfield. We got more major data regarding Starfield, like from the Starfield Direct, how it's going to be looked like and stuff. Though it is available for not last gen consoles, but the system requirements are pretty low on the minimum requirement. But in recommended, it needs some beefy systems. But yeah, it was in development since PS4 era and stuff, and it says it is in development for 20 years or so, but which is not indeed the case. But yeah, it's a brand new IP by Bethesda, and we know. Let's just hope it doesn't have game-breaking bugs like Fallout 76. But yeah, we know it's Bethesda and it will be having bugs, and that's how they roll. Like Skyrim had bugs, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Fallout 3 has bugs, but Starfield Premium Edition is 80 bucks on Grimman Gaming. It is 100 bucks, but you can get 20% off, and the same scenario is for Standard Edition. It is 55 bucks, 20% off, and not 60 bucks. So yeah, and Premium Edition you see 5 days of early access and Constellation skin pack and access to digital extra art book and soundtrack. So yeah, if you have the Premium Edition and 80 bucks, it's pretty okayish because Standard Edition is also 70 bucks and it is 20% off for 55. But Standard Edition it will be unlocked on that day, but Premium Edition you get 5 days early access. Yeah, they are playing that game. But let's just talk about the system requirements. The minimum system requirements is pretty low. You need Ryzen 5 2600 or Intel Core i7 6800K, 6800K or 16 GB of VRAM, not VRAM but 16 GB of RAM. That's my bad. Or AMD Radeon RX 5700 or GeForce GTX 1070 Ti. So pretty low, and 125 GB of space. And for recommended, it's also pretty low, but it's also pretty high. On the recommended side, it's Windows 10 or 11 with updates, Ryzen 5 3600X or Intel Core i5 10600K, 16 GB of 16 GB of RAM, Radeon RX 6800 XT. 6800 XT is last gen, but yeah, it's pretty new and it's also mid-range. And Nvidia GeForce RTX 2080, so it's also pretty damn like everybody might have 2080 lying around, but we can consider it when you need like latest RTX 3070 or so. And yeah, RTX 3070 or 4060 Ti, yeah, 4060 Ti we can say for sure. And yeah, broadband internet and 125 GB of RAM, not 120 GB, 125 GB of available storage. But in additional note, they said SSD is required. It's not recommended, but it's required. So basically, if you can't run this game on hard disk, like you can technically boot up and play the game, but it will be buggy. Not buggy, but it will be pretty slow. I don't know. Maybe it will take lots of time and it will be not having frames. But they said SSD is required to play this game, which technically in the future more and more games requires SSD. So yeah, it is a nice way to get started with the trend. But yeah, you should have an SSD at this point. No one uses hard disk, but yeah, it is what it is. And also on console, Xbox Series X, it is being locked at 30 frames per second, which is weird. Like that Xbox Series X, if it's not capable to run it on 60 frames per second at high settings, then maybe this system requirements for PC it's pretty low, but I think they might be on 4K requirements or something like that, because this I think is for 1080p. Because at 4K 60 frames per second, if Xbox Series X can handle it, it is locked at 30 frames per second, then PC you need a preferred system on PC. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about the new sound of your thoughts in the comment section below? Like, share and subscribe, and I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.